right, lesson 5. And we are still focusing on division. But this time, instead of the unknown being the size of the group, they're going to switch it on us. Now we know the size of the group, but we don't know the number of groups. So here's our objective. We will be able to understand the meaning of the unknown as the number of groups in division. So this part is what we're figuring out today. How many groups do we have? Okay. Before we get started on that, we're going to do our application problem. And this one actually is going to be focusing on what we learned last week, on last Thursday's division lesson. So here is our application problem. If you would like to do that with this application problem with me and write it in your math book, that would be amazing. And that is on page 29. Page 29. So if you want to get that out, go ahead and pause the video and get it out so you can write it down with me. All right, I did change the name on the application problem though. I used Lily's name today. So Lily has 18 bracelets. Wow, she's got a lot of bracelets. After she organizes the bracelets by color, she has 3 equal groups. How many bracelets are in each group? So let's think about our RDW. Did we read it? Yep. Now we're going to draw out the problem so we can solve it. But first we want to circle the numbers, the information that we know. We know that her total, right, she has 18 bracelets. So we know the total. We know that she has 3 equal groups. So we know the number of groups. And this is what we worked on last Thursday, right? The number of groups. So we know that. So we know right away that this is probably going to be a division problem. Let's see what the question is. The question is, how many bracelets are in each group? So now we need to figure out the size of the group. So I'm going to set up my problem here, my number sentence. And you can do this with me if you would like. And remember, you can pause the video at any time if I'm going too fast. I know my total. You don't have to write this part if you don't want to. I know it's 18. I know the number of groups. I know that there are 3, right? But I don't know the size of the groups. How many are in each group? So since I know the number of groups, I'm going to go ahead and draw a picture of 3 groups. Oops. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to disperse 18 bracelets one at a time into each group until I get to 18. So count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I've gotten to 18 bracelets. Now, what am I going to do? I'm going to count how many bracelets are in one group. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I know the size of one of those groups, right? It is 6. So 18 divided by 3 equals 6. Awesome job. Now we are going to go to our lesson. All right, so before we get started, I want to talk about our objective again. So it's we will be able to understand the meaning of the unknown number, so we don't know what it is, right? We have to figure it out, as the number of groups in division. So we'll know the total, we'll know the size of the group, but we're not going to know how many groups there are, so the number of groups. So think about that as we work on these problems. Okay, so I have a little scenario for you. Next week, my friend Cynthia, she's having a party, and 18 people are coming. We know that 6 people can sit at each table, but we're not sure how many tables we need. What information do Cynthia and I already have? Well, let's see. We know that she has how many people coming to her party? On my snap, 18, right? So I'm going to circle 18 because I know that that's important. Now, do we know how many people can sit at each table? Think about it. On my snap, 6, right? 6 people can sit at each table. But do we know the number of tables? No. That's the question, right? They need to figure out how many tables they need. Okay, so this is our division problem. Let's fill out what we know. We know the total, and the total is 16. I'm sorry, 18. I think I said 16 earlier, sorry. 18. Do we know how the size of each group? Yes, we know the size of each group is 6, right? 6 people can sit at each table. But we don't know is the number of groups. We need to figure out how many tables there are. So that would be the number of groups. So that's what we need to figure out. Okay, so this is how we're going to do it. We are going to start to draw our picture so we can figure it out, right? So I'm going to start with 6. I'm going to do 6 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's my first table. Table 1. And then I'm going to draw 6 more dots. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's my second table. Okay, have I gotten to 18? Nope, not yet. I have to keep going. So now I'm at 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There we go. Now I'm got 18 dots here, right? Those are people. Now I can count how many tables do I need. I need 1, 2, 3. I need 3 tables. So 18 divided by 6 equals, on my snap, 3. Good job. All right, now here's a new one, and I want you guys just to watch this. I'm going to give you guys a couple problems to do on your own soon, but we're still going to watch here. If 14 is the total, we know that the 14 is total, and 7 is the size of the group. So how many in one group? What are we trying to find? Think about that. What are we trying to figure out? If we know the total and we know the size of the group, which is that one, what do we need to find out? Well, we need to find out what the number of groups we need. What is the number of groups? So let's try it. Let's do this. So we know that we have 14 and the size of each group is 7, right? So I'm going to draw 7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's one group, right? And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see how many I have in total now. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Did I get to my total? I did. So now I can circle my groups. I know that I have how many groups? What's my number of groups? Oh, I have 2 groups. So I know the answer here is 2. See how I did that? I drew out how many were in each group first, and then I circled my groups. So that's a trick to help you with this. Let's go to this one. Cynthia plans to buy 15 burgers. 3 burgers come in each pack. How many packs should she buy? think about what the number 15 and 3 represent in this problem. So let's look at the 15. What does that represent? Think about that for a second. On my snap, tell me. Total, right? 15 represents the total. What does the 3 represent? The 3 burgers. On my snap, number or size of the group, right? The size of the group, because there's 3 burgers in one group, in one pack. Now, what are we trying to find? Well, we're trying to find the number of groups or the number of packs that she needs to buy, how many packs she needs to buy. So, we know that the size of the group is 3. So remember what my trick is that you draw groups of 3 first until you get to 15. So 1, 2, 3. There's one group. I'm not to 15 yet, so I need to keep drawing. 4, 5, 6. Still not to 15, so I have to keep going. 7, 8, 9. Got to keep going. 10, 11, 12. I'm still not there. 13, 14, 15. Whew, I did it. Okay, so now how many groups do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I know my answer is 5. I have 5 groups, and so that means that Cynthia needs 5 packs of burgers so she can get 15 burgers in total. All right. Now it is your turn. Now you get to solve for 21 divided by 3 equals what? So remember, this 3, this is the size of the group. And this is the total. And what you're trying to figure out is the number of groups. So I want you to draw a picture and write your division sentence on your whiteboard. So this is the time to pause the video, get your whiteboard, your expo marker, your eraser, and solve for this problem. When you're finished, you will push play again. All right, here we go. Let's see if you got it right. Okay, so remember what my trick was, right? That I am going to draw the size of each group first. So I know I have 3 in each group. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ooh, this is a long one. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. There we go. I got to 21. And the size of each group was 3, right? I have 3 dots in each group. So now I can figure out how many number of groups do I have? Well, I'm going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I figured it out that 21 divided by 3 equals 7. Hopefully that's what you got. All right. And if not, I want you to try it again. Okay, so go back, rewind the video, and try this problem again with the strategy I used of drawing the size of each group first to help you solve. Here's your next one, 14 divided by 2. So again, what does 14 represent on my snap? Total. What does 2 represent on my snap? Size of the group. And what does the unknown represent on my snap? The number of groups. Excellent. Okay, so you're going to solve for this. I want you to draw a picture and then do your number sentence down here. on the bottom. Pause the video. Okay, so we know that we have 2 in each group. So remember what my strategy is. We're going to draw 2 in each group, and then I'm going to circle the group. 1, 2. 3, 4. I'm going to keep going until I get to 14. 5, 6. 7, 8. 9, 10. 11, 12. 13, 14. There we go. I've got all my groups. Now I can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the number of groups I have is 7. So you should have written on your whiteboard, 14 divided by 2 equals 7. Good job. Okay, we're going to do one last one. Here we go. 15 divided by 5 equals what? What is this unknown? So remember, 15 is the total. 5 is the what? Size of the group. And the unknown, what are we trying to find? On my snap, the number of groups. All right, I want you to draw a picture and solve for 15 divided by 5. Pause the video. All right, so we know that our total is 15, so that's the number I need to get to. And I know I have 5 in each group. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's my first group. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There we go. So now, how many groups do I have? I have 1, 2, 3. So I know that my unknown is 3. All right, my sweets. Now it is time to do your independent work. You will be doing page 31. You will also be doing page 32. Good luck.